Welcome back, it's been a while. And in today's video, I'm going to be rating some popular songs, some popular rap songs from the past few years, and just give a subjective number score, numerical value to these works of art, which, it's all my opinion at the end of the day. What I like is what I like, and what you like is what you like. But yeah, let's get started because I have a lot of songs to talk about today, and we don't want to miss out. Starting off with Kendrick Lamar on Future and Metro Boomin's Like That. This whole song is amazing. The production is extremely hard-hitting. I love it. But Kendrick does steal the show, and once his feature is over, it does feel like it's kind of just wanes off a little bit, kind of just peters off a little bit. So for that reason, I'm giving Like That. It's a great intro diss track to the whole beef that happened last year. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Next, we have the victim of the beef. We have Drake. He released a new song this year called NOKIA, which I actually think is a really fun, just kind of carefree, kind of clubby song by him. It's not too bad, honestly. I like it a lot. It's actually one of his best songs in the past 2-3 years, I would say. But I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Production's bouncy. It has this very jingly, upbeat, it's kind of fun tone to it. Next we have Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign and Playboi Carti and Kodak Black on a field trip. Even though I do kind of like the production, I do like the vibe it gives overall. Not one I come back to often. I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. Next we have Travis Scott's new single 4x4, and Travis Scott always has this issue of releasing kind of mediocre, mid singles like K-pop, Highest in the Room. I actually do like Franchise a lot, but usually his track record for singles isn't the best. It's very hit or miss, but this one is kind of a miss to me. It's kind of like a pop rap song, just drenched in that auto-tune. Not my favorite song from him. I'm giving it a 5 or a 6. Next we have one of my favorite songs of the year, maybe my favorite song of the year so far, and that's gonna be Ace Trumpets. The charisma from Pusha T and No Malice is incredible. Ballerinas doing pirouettes inside of my snow globe, shopping sprees in Soho. And the verses on this song are so unique too. They each have their own different rhyme schemes. It's really a fun track and very, very catchy as well. I'm giving it a 9, but it has potential to be perfect. Alright, next we have Timeless by The Weeknd featuring Playboi Carti, and this one is a banger. It is a classic already, and I love it. This whole song sounds ethereal, and I think his chemistry with Carti actually works, on this song. Even though I do like Rather Lie slightly a bit more, I think this song is still fantastic. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Next we have Carnival by Kanye and Ty Dolla $ign again. I actually do like Ty's verse, and surprisingly, controversially, I actually like Kanye's verse too a lot. It's very offensive, it's very, vulgar, but I like it. It's kind of fun. Playboi Carti's verse, mid. Rich the Kid, it's fine, I guess, whatever. The production is pretty good, I guess. I don't think Ty and Ye's verse carry it so much, but it still is a decent song. I'll go with a 5 out of 10. Next we have Kendrick Lamar with Peekaboo. It's kind of Kendrick's little joke song where he's just having fun. Even Kendrick's joke songs are better than most rappers' actual songs. I think the best part of the song is easily the production. It's so kooky and crazy. Kendrick's verse and his performance overall isn't the best. It's just him having fun. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Next we have Sticky by Tyler the Creator. Featuring we have a whole slew of artists here. We have Glorilla, we have Sexy Red, and we have Lil Wayne. And honestly, I think all three of them do a fantastic job on their verses. I think Sexy Red's chorus, it does get repetitive and it does get slightly annoying to just hear the chorus over and over again. Even though the production is thumping, it's hard hitting. And overall, I would say it's a good song. It's somewhere between a 6 and a 7. I'm gonna go with a 6 for now. Next we have Bandit by Don Toliver, and this one is honestly pretty good. I think he gives a very fun and expressive performance on the song. And you know, I just can't believe he actually transitioned into this kind of rock star style, because before he was kind of mimicking Travis Scott's path in a sense. And I'm kind of glad that he went his own way, because I think it paid off. Overall, I would say a 7 out of 10. Next we have J. Cole with Clouds, and you know, it's just him flexing on the pen. He has some very thoughtful verses, some very thoughtful lyrics, and you know, despite him, you know, not participating in the beef last year, I still do think J. Cole is a top tier, you know, rapper, especially in this modern age where lyrics are kind of just put on the back end of the priority list. But overall, I'm gonna say it's gonna be like an 8 out of 10. But next we have Playboi Carti with Evil Jordan, and I think the intro does a great job of, you know, just portraying that mystique and that like vampire energy of Playboi Carti, I guess. But it really is the production that kind of carries this song, because Carti, his own verse is fine, but I don't think it's as interesting or as expressive as I wanted it to be. So overall, still a good song. I'm gonna go with a 6. TV Off by Kendrick Lamar is kind of the sequel to Not Like Us, you know, the LA mustard beats, and again, Kendrick Lamar with his great flows, his great lyrics, and just his overall demeanor on the song is fantastic. I have to give it a 9 out of 10. But moving on to one of the more crazy songs of the year, one of the more kooky and goofy songs of the year, we have Lil Wayne's, you guessed it, Peanuts to an Elephant. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you, I really think, honestly, Lil Wayne does a decent job on this song. His verses aren't the issue. The issue is the production. This production is one of the most craziest and goofiest beats I've heard, and I'm not saying that in a positive way. It's so stupid. It's such a stupid beat to put on your song, and you know, if it wasn't for this production, I think this song could have been a lot better. You know what? You just gotta hear it for yourself. I'm giving it a 3. Next we have Money on Money by Young Thug and Future. It's a pretty standard, pretty decent Future and Young Thug collab. Not my favorite from them overall, but nothing too bad. It's just decent flows, you know, good vibes. Just kind of like 4x4 by Travis Scott. It's just good. It's just fine. I'm gonna give it a light 6. Next we have Eminem's Houdini, and I have to say, yeah, he's just kind of just replaying and redoing, you know, his shtick again. You know, the real Slim Shadys, the Without Me's, the Just Lose It's. It does feel very reminiscent of those songs, just done in a less exciting way. Even though Eminem does have some pretty, you know, edgy, like, I guess, bars on this song, they're not really all that compelling to listen to. But moving on to Denzel Curry with Still in the Paint. And you know, this song is honestly just a testament to how amazing of a rapper Denzel Curry is, because his verse, I think, is one of the best verses of the year, of the past year. It sucks because he outshines the other two features on the song so much, and I kind of feel bad for Laser Dim 700 and BK the Ruler, because he really just overshadows them in such a big way, even though their features aren't that bad overall. And I would say they're fine, but it really is Denzel Curry just taking the spotlight. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Alright, next we have Ice Spice with Thank You the Fart. Yeah, it's bad. What else did you expect? Did you expect like a gourmet meal? You know, sirloin steak? This is like eating like leftovers from McDonald's in the garbage. This is like drinking toilet water after some guy just took a poop in it. It's bad. Then we have Doja Cat with Paint the Town Red. And I'm not really into that devil rap, that devil worship, because there's a lot of devil imagery on the song and in the music video. Even though Doja Cat does have a really fine rapping performance, I think there are some pretty good flows on here. Overall, again, just the devil rap is not my thing personally. I'm going with a 4. But now we have Doechii with NISSAN ALTIMA. I think this song is fantastic. This is easily her best song on Alligator Bites Never Heal, and I think we have a lot of potential from Doechii. Just from this one song alone, I think she proved herself to be a force to be reckoned with. I really hope that her career goes well, because we need more female rappers that are actually great at rapping, that are also as popular and as relevant as Doechii is right now. But next we have Redrum by 21 Savage. Again, the song is a really good 21 Savage song. I think his performance is pretty solid overall, but it really is the production and the cool intro that elevates it for me artistically. I'm gonna go with a 7 for Redrum. It's one of the better songs on his latest album. Then we have Gunna with F You Mean. This song was huge on TikTok, and you just cannot escape it in 2023. And not my favorite song. I'm not the biggest fan of Gunna as well. Again, it's bad, but I wouldn't say it's like offensively bad. I would just say it's just bad, where in the sense of like I never want to hear it ever again, because it's just so mediocre, so whatever. Kind of annoying too with the sound effects. But overall, it's like a 4, teetering on a 5. Then we have All My Life by Lil Durk and J. Cole. All My Life. This song has all the ingredients to a great song. It has a kids choir. It has a J. Cole feature, which he does do his thing. It has thoughtful and contemplative lyrics about the struggles, but I don't know what it is. It just feels so corporate, and just like a boardroom kind of wrote this song, and this song doesn't do anything for me at all. And I would say overall it's a 5. Then we have Lil Uzi Vert with Flooded the Face. Lil Uzi Vert, say what you want, he has the capacity, the capabilities to make a great song. And this one is indeed a great song. His flows on here are tremendous. I really hope that we see more performances like this in the future. And the production is also very futuristic. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. And finally, we have the last song here today. And this song is a song that I absolutely love. It is Vince Staples' Étouffée. If we're talking my most replayed song of the past 2-3 years maybe, it's easily Étouffée. This song is like cocaine. You just can't get enough of it. The production is so subtle, but again, it's so bouncy and so cool and so laid back. And Vince Staples just has this very chill flow that's also so catchy as well. I genuinely think he cracked the code with his music when it comes to making again, like these catchy songs, combining them with substance. And I think on this album, on Dark Times, he really brought the two worlds together, and I think it worked out beautifully. And that is the end of this video. And I know it was a long one. I was talking for a while. Now my mouth is dry. I need to get some water. Alright, see you later.